Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our farm here on Calmlands. You could probably already tell from the title, thumbnail, all that jazz, that we're going to be doing a little bit of rolling today. So, first step is to head on up to the store and purchase a roller. I'm using the 5088 just to make sure we have a reliable tractor to get it, but I think if my calculations are correct, we'll be able to run this with some of the smaller tractors, and we may try that. So initially, I wanted to do the concrete rollers, um, but they're not in the roller category, and they did not show up in miscellaneous. So I don't know where they go. If anybody knows where the concrete rollers show up, probably one of these. Some sort of, like, maybe they show up as like a cedar. I mean, sorry, not a cedar, like a weed control, because they help with. No, but that's kind of cool. I don't think we've used that yet. I'll have to keep that in mind. Anyways, sorry for the digression. We want to go to rollers here, and we're going to use this lizard wheeled roller. I think that works for what we need. We'll go ahead and buy that. And if you look over here, only 40 horsepower needed. So we actually, what we could do if we're worried about getting the job done, since this is pretty small, we could even buy a second one. We could come up with the H or the M or something, because this doesn't need a PTO. It looks like we just need a hitch. So I'll show you the field that we're going to roll. I might roll this little former sunflower field, but the one that we most want to get to is down below here, what I've been calling the lower field. If you watched the last episode, then you already know this, but we're going to make this field right here kind of like our hay for the heifers and calves. And we're going to make this lower field the better hay for our dairy cows. The game doesn't actually make a distinction, but that's something that we're going to kind of role play. So we'll lower this down, and right, we will lower it down. No, I guess maybe we just hit B and it starts. Okay. So if it's not V and it's, oops, sorry about that. If it's not V and it's not B, how do we activate this? Unfold. Aha. Oh yes, there we go. Now let's go. Alright, let's back up. Back it up. Yeah, this is pretty small. Not terrible. Could be better, could be worse. Alright, so here's what I want to look at. I want to look and see. This gives us. Oh, we forgot the lime. I knew there's something else we were going to do. Needs lime. But the yield bonus is 58%. It's fertilized at 50%. Needs lime, needs rolling. And then this shows as yield bonus 60. Needs lime, needs rolling. Why does it say needs rolling there? Doesn't. What? I'm so confused. Anyways, this is what we're going to work on today. I think since this is only 4,000, I genuinely might get another one. Pretty nice that it lets you go 12 miles an hour. That feels good. Alright. Put that one on a worker, and then we will take. We used the 460 last time. We haven't done a ton with the MTA field work wise, so maybe we'll try that. I do remember really liking how this tractor handles, so we'll head on up and get another one, and we can have some dueling rolling going on. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's enjoying the game. Let me know down in the comments if you're playing the game as well. Kind of let me know what map you're playing or if you're using a specific type of equipment. I like hearing about other people's adventures. Some of you have been watching this series for a long time, and I appreciate the devotion, dedication to it. We'll be finishing up this March here soon, and we'll be getting to a range of spring jobs, including planting the other big field that had corn in it last time. I think I told you in the last episode I'm probably going to plant soybeans in it. Soybeans are just such a nice cash crop, and we have plenty of feed for the cows for the foreseeable future, so we might as well, you know. Perhaps what we should do with the money when we get it is buy this land and put in our own road, since I keep cutting through essentially our neighbor's field here. One of the fun things about this Calmlands map is that you get to kind of make it how you want it, but one of the drawbacks to this Calmlands map is it only really kind of feels lived in up there near the town. Down here, once you get a ways away, it's pretty rough. But I actually personally have really enjoyed playing this map. I can't quite decide how long we want to keep this save going before we switch. I'm trying not to be too what's the word, pessimistic about the numbers. You know, I want to be realistic with our statistics and expectations. So, wow, I'm actually really surprised that this MTA is able to keep this going at 12 miles an hour. We want to get a good screeny right there. I'm impressed that it can keep it moving. But I do think that the modder that made this roller was also the modder that made the H and M and 460 tractors. I think it was EY Modding made all of them. Or maybe EY Modding made some of them and Adams Kong made the other ones. I don't know. But this actually feels like we're moving along pretty good here. I'll do this turnaround at the end, and then we'll hop into a little bit of first person so you guys can enjoy that. Keep rolling. Whoa, okay. That was like a cruise ship turnaround there. I'll have to fix that when I come back. Boy, this feels like you are absolutely cooking when you're on the first person. This would be pretty rough, I think, in real life. 12 mile an hour, working, even though we're just working the top of the dirt, I think this would feel fast. Alright, I gotta go back. I gotta make sure we're covering here. I have mixed feelings about rolling being in the game. You know, I think it adds a nice bit of realism, but I don't always love having extra steps between planting and harvesting. You know, there's plenty to do with a couple stages of fertilizing, and I'm a big proponent of keeping the storyline moving in games. Not storyline as in a script, but I want to see progress, you know. I don't like to do the same thing for hours and hours and hours. It's one of the reasons why you'll never see me play a map with those massive fields that you do the same job for like 4 real life hours. Just not my bag of chips. But this, you know, working a small to medium-sized farm where you can get a little bit done, make progress. I like being able to hire workers so I can kind of cut my jobs in half, but still feel like I'm doing my part as well. That's a really good combination for me. Okay, we'll cut this straight. It's interesting that okay. Alright, we'll get this little bit and then I'll back up. That's funny, I did not turn at all. It just did that. I've never driven an MTA. I've driven a Super C and some of the 56 series tractors, but I don't think I've ever even driven a regular M. It seems like an awful lot of gears. Does it really have 8 gears? Maybe it's first through fourth with a low-high option? I don't know. But we're booking now. 12 miles an hour in the field. Yeehaw. Wow, you can really see the land there, how bumpy it is. Alright, here we go. This should get us all the way around. Oh, it's the turn back that kills us. I wonder if tricycle front end would be easier to turn. I know it sure is with the H. That's what I should have done. Should have run the H for this job. I haven't run my H too much. Since we bought this M, I keep using this for all the little jobs. But I really should split them, give them both a little bit of run out. We have 0.7 hours on this thing though, so no harm in getting it a little bit of work right now. I wonder how the conversion works if you are simulating ahead time. Like, if I do an hour in-game, does that give me an hour of tractor use? Or is it hour of tractor use, like an actual real-life hour? Probably an actual real-life hour. That's probably how they do it. I wonder if there's any Credence fans watching the Bluebelly Farms. Probably. Statistically, yes. Oh, are we gonna have a crash? Don't crash! Alright, I think I can stay on the side here. Alright, and then I'm gonna hop up to the upper part there. Try to get that done and let the worker finish this. Oh, that was a tight. Oh, for some reason it seems to turn tighter to the right than to the left. 200 bucks. Money well spent as far as I'm concerned. We have to decide if we want to stay committed to the lime spreader that we have. That's probably more accurate to the farm, but we could get a bigger, proper spreader that would cut that job and make that job go a lot faster is what I'm saying. A lot faster. Like how immersion breaking is it to have a slightly newer style lime spreader. Well, put it this way. Next episode, you might log in and find that either the fields are already limed, or there's a new lime spreader that we're using. With a much wider spread, so that I don't have to spend the rest of my natural life lime spreading. That little one that we have was really great for those fields up there, but I'm just thinking like this field down here, I may not even lime this one, but the corn about to be soybean field is going to be so many trips back and forth getting lime. I don't think I have the patience for that. The John Deere farm that I'm doing is going to have a whole bunch of off-camera work that I need to do, and I just don't know that I want to be monkeying around with lime on this save. I'm not going to turn it off, but I might just do it off. Just do a faster version. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? It gets so squirrely when I'm make the turn. I do like this setup. I think getting the two rollers was a good idea. At some point we may have to build another equipment shed though, and I'm not entirely sure where I want to put that. Or even what style shed. There's definitely room over in that shed over by the heifers. I haven't used that well at all. Really? Went right down the middle. Either side would have been fine. I'm gonna need a place to store their hay bales, so that does make sense. But we might be able to put things like rollers over there that we're only going to use periodically. Tuck these into the corner, wouldn't mess with anything. Alrighty, go ahead and get that folded back up. See what else needs to be done around here. Put that away. That'd be a job to do. Yeah, I think lime and then planting these two fields. Does this need to be rolled? Yep. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll just a little of this and see if it affects the lead state. Do a little science in here. Needs lime. Needs lime, needs rolling. Needs lime. Yeah, so the cultivator should have dealt with the weed state. So why did it back here say weed large? I don't get it. Okay, well, we can continue that later. I'll go ahead and take this, put the 460, the cultivator away, because that job is done. Or is this a chisel plow? Yeah, it's... This one's the cultivator. Where would you put another shed if you were going to do another shed? You know, are you serious? Did I do that? Did that just happen? I feel like I should clip that, share it on the internet. Okay. Anyways, I was just thinking maybe we could just lose a little bit of this. I mean, obviously after the harvest. Lose a little bit of this and put a shed like here, and then just cut this field off by maybe a few feet. Then we would have turnaround space so that I almost said the bot, you know what I mean, the AI doesn't get stuck on this ledge, and then keep that amount of turnaround space all the way down here and put the shed in along here. So that those two fields, they're not going to lose anything. They're yielding fine. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Because the other thing I was thinking was maybe I put one here. But if I put it here, first of all, I'd have to dig into the hillside to make it not be wonky. And I don't know, would you really want the back of it facing? I feel like a nice newer looking metal pole barn would look pretty cool here. I know we're getting a little kind of out of time, but something like okay, that I don't like that it's long and skinny that way, but that's the idea. Okay, that's ginormous. Can we split the difference? Actually, this might be just what the doctor ordered. Is that the same thing we have over there? Awful close. Maybe. Something like this. I'm really just looking for a building that will allow us, and I know I'm talking about this while I have 3 bays wide open here, but one of those is for the milk truck, and we've got a fair bit of equipment out because it's spring. Look at, you can see where I missed this with the sprayer. Oh, it's terrible. Alright, well, I think that's a good plan. We can monkey around with it a little bit more after we get that harvest done, which is going to be when? Question mark. Looks like barley and wheat are June and July, so summertime. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks so much for checking it out. Appreciate everybody's dedication to watching this series. It's been inspiring for me and a lot of fun for me, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going. Next time, we will probably be, if the liming is done, we will be planting. All right, have a good one. Bye for now.